What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with reactions to the classics, and today we got a song reaction. This is The Sea by the Waterboys. This one's brought to us by our patron, Paul M. Thank you so much, Paul. You always bring us great stuff. Appreciate you. You've been a long-time friend of the channel. Before we get started, guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't already, and check out our Patreon link. The patrons make this channel go. Also, check out our Twitch link below. Give us a follow. Do live streams every Wednesday afternoon and Friday night. All right, let's get a little bit into the track. It's the title track off this album. Mike Scott, the songwriter, notes that he wrote over 20 verses for the song. So, yeah, he was really working on it. And one of the Waterboys chroniclers, Ian Abrams, wrote that the album and the song were about Scott painting a, quote, mystical spiritual route that could be attained simply through letting go of the mundane and trusting to the sanctity of the inner self. He further described the song as an instruction to throw away the old and embrace the new, catch the train, see the previous existence as something old and gone. So it's pretty interesting. It was first performed in December of 1984, but they don't perform it, or they didn't perform it live very much because Mike Scott said that he found it difficult to replace the studio version's ocean effects in such a setting. Also, he stated that he found the melody very limiting, going on to say, my abilities with melodies have improved a lot, have developed a lot since those days, and that song doesn't really make it for me. So interesting, because I know this is, I've read some other stuff, it's very critically acclaimed. So let's check this one out. Thanks again, Paul. And I have the lyrics up as I always do.
Things you keep, you better throw them away. You want to turn your back on your soulless days. Once you were tethered, and now you are free. Once you were tethered, that was the river. This is the sea.
Really good wordplay there. Very nice.
If you've been alone too long, or maybe you've been suffering from too many plans that have gone wrong, and you're trying to remember how fine your life used to be. Running around banging your drum like it's 1973. Well, that was the river. This is the sea. Now you say you got trouble, you say you got pain, you say you got nothing left to believe in, nothing to hold on to, nothing to trust, nothing to change. You're being scarring your conscience, rake into your memory, scarring your conscience, rake into your memory. But that was the river. This is the sea, yeah. As you try to decide got a war in your head, and it's tearing you up inside. You're trying to make sense of something that you just don't see. Trying to make sense now, and you know that you once held the key. But that was the river, and this is the sea. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know what that instrument is. I mean, is it just synth? Sounded weird? I don't know. Trying to figure it out, guys.
It's coming on down the line. Sure as if you hurry, you got still enough time. And you don't need no ticket, and you don't pay no fee. Now you don't need no ticket, you don't pay no fee, because that was the river, and this is the sea. That was the river. This is the sea. That was the river. This is the sea. That was the river, and this is the sea. Behold the sea.
This is the Sea by the Waterboys. Wow, what a phenomenal songwriting effort here, most of all from Mike Scott. Really good song. Not a ton instrumentally. There's an instrument in there if you're watching. I don't know what that was, man, but you know, mainly just an acoustic, some white piano back there, and then some other stuff coming in. But it was definitely about the vocals and definitely about the story. Just beautifully put together. Starts out, these things you keep, you better throw them away. You want to turn your back on your soulless days. Once you were tethered and now you're free. That was the river. This is the sea. So it's kind of cool because back in your past, you were in a river, you were confined. Now you're in the sea. You've got all this wide open space to do whatever you want. But it seems like he's reminiscing on something that didn't go too well for him recently, that back in the day, he thinks he had it all together. Now, if you're feeling weary, if you've been alone too long, maybe you've been suffering from a few too many plans that have gone wrong, and you're trying to remember how fine your life used to be, running around banging your drum like it's 1973. Well, that was the river. This is the sea. Woo! So I like that because it's like, I think a lot of us do, we romanticize our past, how great it was. We wonder what went wrong. We have a tendency when we remember things to remember all the good stuff, and our mind kind of filters out all the bad stuff. And I think he's saying here, look, man, that was fine back then, but let's not live in the past. And that was the river. This is the sea. You have even greater possibilities ahead of you. Now you've got trouble, you've got pain, you've got nothing left to believe in. Now hold on to, nothing to trust, nothing but chains. That was the river. This is the sea. So just be set free. Talking about having a war in your head. But verse 5, the end of it. Now I hear there's a train that's coming on down the line. It's yours if you hurry. You've still got enough time. You don't need no ticket and you don't pay no fee. You don't need no ticket. You don't pay no fee because that was the river and this is the sea. There's a train of opportunity coming. And if we're going to live in our past or wallow in our sorrows, we're not going to see that. We're not going to be able to do what that opportunity is. We're not going to be able to make our lives better because, the past is the past. It's a cliche for a reason, right? Nothing you can do about it, man. You just got to live for today and the next day. And I think just an awesome song, awesome songwriting. For me, it's going to be a 7.75 on first listen. I'm going to have to dive into these guys more. I read that Mike is a phenomenal songwriter. Some people I read say he's more like a poet than a songwriter. Mr. Dylan, anyone. So when I hear those words, I'm like, yeah, got to check it out. So once again, really appreciate it, Paul M. Guys, let me know what other Waterboy stuff I should check out. And until next time, I will see you.